Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Friday Freight Talk. Uh, so I'll wait for a few people to jump in here, and then we'll get started. I do have some announcements for the group, some information that I want to share about the group. Um, okay, looks like some people are starting to drop in. We'll give it just a few more seconds here, and then I'll get started. Okay, so first and foremost, uh, as far as the Facebook group goes, I want my whole vision for it was for it to be a very friendly atmosphere for everyone to share ideas, network, and kind of help each other out, right? I understand that, or like earlier, there was a little bit of drama, and I had to play diplomat a little bit, or at least I hope that that was conveyed, right? You're always going to have a difference of opinions. Uh, Obviously, that's what makes us all free thinkers, right? We're all entitled to it. I don't want to run this group like a dictatorship. And this group, in my feeling, it's as much your group as it is mine. This is why I did the survey the other day in regards to allowing dispatch services in, and I don't think there was one yes. It was an overwhelming no. Um, and I posted some of these questions, in regards to, if you prefer to work with, large brokerages, small to medium brokerages, things like this, what kind of barriers carriers are running into, things like this, because I want you to have a voice, right? And I think that it's important for brokers to understand, right, what carriers and drivers go through. Because I don't know how other brokers operate. All I can do is speak for myself personally. And whenever I get an opportunity, I try to converse with them, communicate, find out what's going on with them, right? Um, what kinds of issues are they seeing? I mean, I get that in general the market is still down, volumes are down, all of these kinds of things. I get it. At the end of the day, I think a couple of people mentioned, at the end of the day, it's business, right? But I also understand there's an emotional aspect to it when your money is messed with, right? I mean, when your income is affected and we can't take care of our families and ourselves and our equipment and all these things, and it gets tougher and tougher every day, I get it. You know, there becomes an emotional aspect to some of it. But again, keep it friendly. Okay. Like I said, this group is as much yours as it is mine. This is why I value your feedback, you know, and I try to come up with questions, probably a little bit more now so than relatively recently, because I again, I want brokers to understand what drivers and carriers are going through. Um, as you've noticed, Devin is not on with me tonight. This is his anniversary, so he is off. But if anybody would like to jump in and join the show with me, by all means, shoot me a DM, and I will send you over a link, and you can come in and join the video. If not, this may be a fairly short video, right? But let's jump over here just real quick and just see. Okay, that was just another member request. Also, you guys like the new banner on the Facebook group? I worked on it a little bit. It's not as it doesn't have the clarity to it or resolution to it that I want. I'm still kind of tweaking with it a little bit, but it just seemed a little bit more appropriate. Does anybody have any questions for me while we're kind of going along here? I know in the last video, some of you guys had some questions, and again, I value your questions, your participation. Um, so if anybody has anything, by all means. hit me up. Or maybe somebody moved their first load, got their first customer, right? Like I said, I'm your biggest cheerleader. Maybe you just got your own carrier authority and you moved your first load, right? Anything. It's not just for brokers. And I will say that I've noticed a lot of misinformation from people that I question how long or any time spent within the industry. Some of these dispatch training things, broker training, things like this. You know, I think I mentioned in the last video, I've literally talked to so many new people coming into the industry, and they literally were under the impression that, you know, week or two, they were going to make money. They probably overpaid for a training course that didn't go over freight broker sales, you know, soliciting prospects, how to find prospects, or anything like that, right? They probably don't know how to, you know, talk to drivers and things. These are all things that I went through when I first started many, many years ago. You know, and this again is why I kind of created the group, and now we've got the channel, because I want to share what I know, you know, and I don't ever claim to know everything, right? But if you guys ask me a question and I don't have the answer for it, I'm pretty sure I know where to get it, right? I know where to look. So, but yeah, it's just phenomenal. In fact, I've even seen and gotten some of these investment companies, right? They want like $50,000 plus. You jump in, you know, you give them your money, and they invest your money into the trucking industry. Well, I I'm curious as to how they figure they're going to get that back, right? And I inevitably, especially with the market the way it is, and now's a great time to get in, and I question that. I really do, and not to be negative or anything like that. I just, you know, there's too many stories and conversations that I've had with people that got into it recently, and it's not going well, right? But I'm hoping that these videos and that the websites are helping you guys out, right? And if you're a broker, we've got freightbrokerresources.com in addition to the truckersresource.com. So again, if you guys are looking for, you know, any resources, some of them are free or they have free trials, things like that. Some of them obviously are paid or free consultations, things like that. By all means, you know, a lot of this, it doesn't cost you anything to talk and find out about them. So no questions from anybody tonight. And I do apologize. I meant to start this earlier at like 6 Eastern. I just kind of got tied up, and then I started debating, well, am I even going to jump on and do a video? But I'm here, right? It's so. But again, if you guys have any questions, you guys got any comments about what happened in the group today? You know, like I said, some of it a little more drama than I would have liked. You know, I think tempers got a little heated. I think for the most part, people did keep their kind of bite their tongue a little bit and keep it friendly. I had to delete a couple of comments because they were just bad, very, very bad, which I don't like to do, right? I don't want this to be like a dictatorship or anything like that. Like I said, it's as much your group as it is mine. Do you guys have any suggestions for Monday's video? If you do, I'll go over them. If anybody's looking for some one-on-one, you know, mentorship, consultation, anything like that, by all means, hit me up, freightmasterresources@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to talk to you, find out what your barriers are. You know, maybe you're completely lost. Maybe you haven't found a niche, you know, whatever the case may be. You I'll be more than happy to at least talk to you and, figure something out. So not a lot of people on tonight. And again, I started late. I know this. And I didn't give any advance warning like I normally do because I was getting late and I just kind of wanted to jump on here. But it's been a pretty busy week. Picked up some new customers for myself personally. So working on that. In fact, I got one I'm in the process of signing that I picked up this evening, right kind of at the end of the day. So I've got paperwork to do over the weekend, or I'll stay up late tonight to take care of that for them. In fact, some of you either came either from Shaggy or from the group have reached out to me in regards to getting set up and hauling some freight. Guys, I'm going to be more than happy to work with you. Like I said, a lot of my stuff is kind of dedicated. I don't have a lot of stuff that goes out on the spot market, but I do have a lot of more freight coming up. I'm just kind of waiting for some of that to start. Probably right around, I think, to my understanding, some of it's supposed to be starting sometime between March 22nd and the end of the month. Some of it is starting to kind of trickle in now, but I don't have like a consistency on what lanes or anything yet. It's still they're still kind of slow, right? Some of these new customers, but we're getting there, right? And hopefully I can hook you guys up with some decent freight. So guys are quiet tonight. I keep checking for comments. Nothing. Not even no cheap freight. Well, like I said, this may end up being a very, very short video. I was kind of hoping for some participation on tonight, or somebody might even want to jump in and join me, but give it a couple more minutes, and I guess if we don't get any other feedback on anything, then we'll shut it down. But I probably have a lot more to talk about. Just my mind is kind of fried right now. It's been a long week. What was it? A couple of nights back, and I was up working and pulling up my prospects and doing research and all kinds of stuff. I was up till 5:20 in the morning, and I was like, holy cow, I got to get to sleep. So I crashed out for about an hour and a half and back up and at it again. So okay, guys. Well, we're hitting about that 14-minute mark. I'm not getting anything back from y'all. So, again, I apologize for the lack of advance warning on this and starting so late. It is Friday. I get it. Everybody's probably wanting to kind of kick back a little bit and everything. I know I do. But I guess we'll go ahead and shut it down. But again, you guys are more than welcome to email me if you have any questions, anything you come up with later. FreightMasterResources@gmail.com. If you have any questions about any of the resources on the truckersresource.com or freightbrokerresources.com, by all means, email me, DM me if you're, in the Facebook group. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions for you. Take suggestions, anything like that. So, but all right. Well, I guess with that, I will leave you to your weekend. I hope everybody enjoys it, and we'll talk to you on Monday. All right. Bye-bye now.